Hello! I've been trying to record this food prep video and I've just not been happy with it, so I am trying again. Hopefully this is my last try. It is a very important subject and I'm a perfectionist, so I'm just struggling with it today. But this is the #1 video everybody always wants to see. I think it causes a lot of maybe anxiety for people. I know it did when I first started. What I did when I first started is I went through this book and the food list and I wrote down all the foods from every list that I liked. That was my shopping list. I then went to the grocery store and bought all that food and had absolutely no idea what to do with it. I mean, I remember I bought things just because. So I don't want y'all to do that. Let's have a plan. There are two bits of advice that I always throw out there, and then we'll kind of get into it. I'm going to talk about Autumn's videos as well. So, #1 bit of advice: keep it simple. This does not have to be complicated. You do not have to make yourself a gourmet breakfast and a gourmet lunch and a gourmet dinner every single day. I'm going to expand on that thought, but just keep it simple. Stay off of Pinterest. Don't like certain Facebook pages. I think it gets you stressed. And I know everyone has seen all of the Pinterest failed, pictures, and they're funny and everything. And it's not so much that if you create a 21-day fix board and you start adding recipes and ideas to a 21-day fix board, it's going to be like that kind of Pinterest fail, like, the Cookie Monster cupcakes that I've seen a bazillion times. But it's just that it's going to stress you out. I say keep it simple. If you're going to pin something, go pin some shake recipes. That's an excellent thing to find. It's usually very simple recipes that are good and give you some great ideas. So just stay off of Pinterest, keep it simple. My other bit of advice is to, prep. It doesn't matter when you do it. It doesn't matter how you do it. There's no right or wrong way to food prep. Just prep. Preparation is huge in this program. And I hesitate to even call it a program because it really will hopefully become more of a lifestyle like it has for me. This is not a diet. It's not a program. It's just that you are learning how to properly fuel your body. You are learning to cut out processed foods, and it makes all the difference in the world. I used to, go like this all day long with my energy and my moods, and, I would eat something, then I'd crash. I'd eat something, then I'd crash. I'd eat a lot of something, and it wouldn't fill me up, and then I'd go eat something else, and then I'd feel gross. And then, it's just such a terrible cycle to get caught in. This program really is going to teach you how to properly fuel your body. It has changed my life. And I can't believe it only took me, 43 years to learn how to do that. So, let me talk about Autumn's videos. So, y'all know she has her Fix It cooking show. I'm so excited about this. I hope y'all take full advantage of it. We have the opportunity to hear directly from her, to see her recipes. She has 4 foundational videos up. So there's one on the actual containers. So she'll go over the containers and talk about this eating plan guide and all that kind of stuff. So definitely watch that. There's one on a pantry, and I found that one so fascinating and educational. I learned a lot about things like coconut oil and coconut sugar and different flours and things that I just didn't even, I know that white flour is bad. I know I shouldn't use butter to cook with. I saw in my own family how changing how I was cooking with sticks of butter and heavy cream sauces, I saw how that changed. I'm going to tell this quick story. My husband, when I first started this program, the only thing he changed was what I fed him for dinner. He did not change his breakfasts. He did not change what he ate for lunch. He works downtown Charleston. He eats, probably lots of seafood and sandwiches. And so he didn't change breakfast or lunch. He didn't start exercising. The only thing he changed was what I was feeding him for dinner. He lost 10 pounds. 10 pounds in my first round. He lost more weight than I did in my first round. So I love the pantry video because it just talks about just the basic staples you need in your pantry, and it's a gorgeous pantry. Y'all are going to have pantry envy. So watch that video. And then Autumn also has 2 videos on food prep and 2 different approaches. So let's talk about those, and I certainly do want you to watch them, but I'm just going to warn you about a couple things. So first of all, Autumn is she is making food for herself based on her calorie level on the chart. She's high up there, guys. You probably don't realize this. She weighs more than you think. She is solid muscle. She's petite, but she is solid muscle. So she is in this third column. Most of you probably are not in that third column. I know I'm in the first. Most people are either in the first or second. But she is in that fourth column. It is a lot of food. You're going to watch that video and you're going to be like, holy cow, that's a lot of food. That's not exactly how I approach my containers and everything. And again, there's no right or wrong way to do it. So I want you to listen to me. I want you to watch her, figure out what works for you, what's going to make your life easier, and then just go with it. So for me, I eat 3 meals a day, 2 snacks. And the crazy thing is, in Autumn's video, she doesn't even talk about Shakeology. Shakeology is either going to be one of your meals or one of your snacks. So she doesn't mention it at all. So I just want to keep that in the back of your head. If you watch it, just know you're probably not going to eat nearly as much food as she is, but you're still going to be satisfied. Don't worry about that. I know a lot of people get scared when they see some of these little containers. They're like, that ain't going to fill me up. But no, you will be full. And she just, for whatever reason, doesn't even mention Shakeology. So how I approach it is I have the same thing for breakfast every morning. I have a snack mid-morning. That's almost always the same thing. I love apple with some peanut butter. I almost always have the same thing for lunch every day. And when I say every day, I'm not saying that for the past 365 days, I've had the same thing for lunch every single day. But I approach it week by week, or a lot of times what I've been doing now since the summer is I've been doing 2 mini food preps a week, and that's really helped with my lunches. What I was finding is, and Autumn even, the first video for food prep that she does, it's a 5-day work week kind of food prep video, which makes a lot of sense for people, but she doesn't cover the weekends. So what I came up with this summer was I was doing 2 mini food preps. So I do one, on Monday, and then I do another one on Thursday, Friday, so that I would still have some stuff to eat for the weekend. And because that's when people go astray. You will find your first weekend will be the most challenging, because it's really easy to keep up with things when maybe your kids are in school, your husband's at work, or there aren't parties to go to and you're not eating out as much. Once the weekend hits, that's just when it gets a little more challenging. So I found it really, really helpful to do 2 mini food preps. Again, there's no right or wrong way to food prep. I don't care what day you do it. Autumn says she does her food prep on Sundays. My coach did it on Sunday. You will see posts about Sunday and take pictures of your food and show me what you're prepping on Sunday. And that used to stress me out beyond belief, because I did not food prep on Sunday. It did not fit into my life. So my message here is you find where it fits in your life and you just do it. There's no right or wrong way. I don't care if you do it on Sunday. Do it whatever day. The way I approach it is Monday morning, especially now that they're all back in school. I drop my kids off at school. I go to the grocery store by myself. I get what I need. I come home. I make a few things, clean a few things, get a couple of things ready, put some things in the oven or crock pot or what have you, and I, kick my week off that way. Again, you'll figure out what fits and works for you, and that's what I encourage you to do. I have people that do prep like Autumn in that 5-day thing where she gets out the black containers. You can get them off Amazon, and it's just easy just because you can go and reach for your lunch and it's made. I get the simplicity in that, but I don't want it to stress you out if you don't do it that way. Just no right or wrong way. What else do I want to say about her videos? That might be it. I was telling you what I eat every day. So I switched up every week. So like this week I got ingredients for the crustless quiche. I'll make that today. I'll eat off of it for the rest of the week for my lunch. A lot of times what I'll do is when I make a recipe for dinner, I will make a little bit more so I can either freeze it or save it for the next day's lunch. Last week I ate off 2 amazing recipes, the zesty zucchini chicken and then the egg roll in a bowl. Oh my God, that egg roll in a bowl was amazing. There are tons of amazing recipes in our files section of the Facebook page, so be sure you look there. It's the Let Your Soul Shine accountability group file section. Those are not just random, those are not just random recipes that have been posted there. We have all tried them. They are our favorite recipes. They are my favorite recipes. They are some that my kids will actually eat, and I'll talk about kid-friendly stuff and the struggle with kids in a minute, but please look at those recipes. And so that's what I recommend. Try to keep it simple for your breakfast and lunch. And then if you want to experiment with a recipe or try something new for dinner, that's when you can do that. Especially for your first round or two, you've just got to keep it simple so you're going to be successful. Don't stress yourself out. If you want to see sample menus, just ask. I do have challengers that actually type out their menus and what they're going to eat, and I have other coaches. I personally don't do that. Well, and the reason why I don't do that is because I eat the same thing. So, you know, there's kind of two ways to approach it. So, I've just been to the grocery store. Let me talk about what I typically buy every week and how I approach it. Again, there's no right or wrong way. I'm just telling you how I do it. You can watch Autumn's videos and then ask any questions. So once a month I go to Costco. I buy lots of staples at Costco. Coconut oil. Autumn talks about this in the pantry video. Be sure you watch it. It explains so much. I get all my ingredients for homemade granola. I do make my own granola every week. I love that I can control exactly what goes into it. It uses raw honey to sweeten, or you can use maple syrup if you don't have raw honey. But again, I get all the ingredients except for sunflower seeds at Costco. I get all of my Greek yogurt. I usually go once a month, and I get, 4 or 5 of these. They're cheap. It's for 48 ounces, I think it's like $5 or $6 for 48 ounces. And if you buy Greek yogurt in the grocery store, it's way more than that. If you have any issues with getting used to Greek yogurt, let me know. I hated it at first. Now I literally have had Greek yogurt probably 350 days of the past year. I am not kidding. I love it. I don't even have to sweeten it. I put, 1 red of Greek yogurt with half a yellow of granola, and that's how you count granola, and then either half a purple or a full purple of fruit. And I mix up what kind of fruit I add. I bought some peaches, so when these are ready, I'll eat these. I bought some strawberries. I always buy blueberries. And I didn't need to buy any today, but I always buy lots and lots of frozen fruit to keep on hand for Shakeology. I will do a separate Shakeology video so that you will learn more about Shakeology. It's such an important part of this program. And to be quite honest, I struggled with it a lot in the beginning, so I always devote just a separate video just for Shakeology, so that's coming. I also get eggs at Costco. Now, eggs are amazing and a beautiful thing to add into food prep. I always boil, depends on how many I have, but I usually boil 6 to 12 eggs at the beginning of the week for my kids. Now, I don't eat boiled eggs anymore. I ate so many in the beginning of this program that I just can't do boiled. I can do them other ways, but I can't do boiled eggs anymore. So, no, it's a great option, and you can eat it just as a snack. You can add it to salads, and so just always keep eggs on hand. Always get a big thing of spinach, again, for my shakes or for, serving food on top of. So for instance, I told you about egg roll in a bowl. So egg roll in a bowl, you can serve it over brown rice. So one day I had leftovers and I had already eaten all of my yellows for that day, but I had plenty of greens left. So I took my spinach out, put it in a bowl, and then did the egg roll in a bowl on top of it, and it was delicious. So I always keep spinach on hand for that. You can use kale, whatever kind of green you like. What else do I get at Costco? I always get a bunch of bananas, and let me tell you what I do to my bananas. I let them sit. I just bought some bananas today at the regular grocery store. I didn't go to Costco today, but I will let these sit until they get like this, and then I will freeze them. I will talk about that in the Shakeology video. I discovered that not a lot of people know how to freeze bananas and how easy it is. So I'm going to talk about that in Shakeology video. But I get my bananas to this. I'm actually saving these 2 because I'm going to make some muffins later. And all the muffin recipes and stuff like that want the bananas to be this ripe. Okay, sorry, I just got a text message and it distracted me. So this week I am going to make crustless quiche. So I've got my eggs, went ahead and got a red pepper, some asparagus, and then some spinach. So I'm going to make that and eat off that for lunches. Tonight for dinner, my husband and I are actually going out, so I didn't worry too much about that. The kids can have some leftovers. And I just kind of approach it like that a couple days at a time. We have some chicken that I already made in the crock pot yesterday that will be tomorrow's dinner, and I'm going to figure out what to do with that. Again, I'm not stressed. One new thing I'm trying this round, and if you're Kaya, I want you to be sure to tell Phyllis I'm doing it. Phyllis gave me a hard time for not making my own hummus. That is one thing I was buying at Costco. But my challenge this round is I'm going to make my own hummus. So I bought garbanzo beans. They were organic garbanzo beans are on sale at Harris Teeter. Bought some tahini and some other things, and I'm going to make some hummus. I'll let y'all know how that turns out. What else do I want to tell you about food prep? I've probably left some things out. I've been struggling with this video today. I think what happened is I watched Autumn's videos and it just got me thinking, and I just have all these thoughts whirling around in my head right now. But again, I'm gonna repeat myself and I hope you don't mind, but it's just so important to remember to keep it simple, and there's no right or wrong way to do food prep. Just do it. If you have any questions about any of this, please let me know. I'm happy to help. Our challengers who've been around are happy to help. This week will take you a little bit longer. It does get easier as you go along. Just as with everything, this will all become second nature. Nowadays, I have to admit, I don't even go to the grocery store with a list. I just get the same things every week, and I know what I get, and I go and get those. And I'll take a list if I have a recipe or something like that I'm cooking from. But it makes it a lot easier the more you do this. And so hang in there and let me know what kind of questions you have about food prep.